And breaking tonight here at 10 o'clock, we're hearing from Mayor Janet Cowell about an immigration crackdown coming to Raleigh. Right now, Mayor Cowell told WRAL federal agents are on the ground in Raleigh, and she expects those immigration officials to start operations as early as tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lena Tillett.
And I'm Gerald Owen. So far, we don't know where the operation will focus its efforts. And this comes just days after Border Patrol agents arrived in Charlotte, where more than 130 people have been arrested. Tonight, we have live team coverage. Brian Schrader's in the WRAL Live Center with reaction from lawmakers. We begin, though, with Eric Miller live in Raleigh with Mayor Cowell's reaction and what could happen here. Eric.
Well, Gerald, we certainly know how things have played out in Charlotte over the last few days. Border Patrol agents there have been spotted everywhere from golf courses to construction sites. According to a release from the agency today, 130 people have been arrested. Of those, about 44 had criminal records in addition to their immigration status, and the agency says 2 were known gang members. Now, tonight, the news of this expanded operation, this immigration enforcement coming to Raleigh, the capital city, has immigrant advocacy groups scrambling to prepare for whatever tomorrow might bring. Tonight, scenes like this may be coming to Raleigh. In a phone call Monday night, Mayor Janet Cowell says both Border Patrol and ICE are already in the capital city.
We don't know how many law enforcement officers, are here. We don't know how long they're going to stay.
Immigrant rights groups and everyday residents are preparing for that unknown.
Folks who are speaking with their neighbors and figuring out a plan for example, to pick up their kids from school should they not return from work at the expected time. Businesses are looking at whether or not closing based on their clientele and based on their staff, right? So that their businesses could or may be a target for any action.
The news about Border Patrol comes as Democratic lawmakers in the General Assembly have slammed the ongoing operation in Charlotte.
That's chaos. That's a safety issue. Saying there's no rhyme or reason to what the ICE and CBP are doing. They are just targeting brown-skinned people who have an accent. But
the expanded immigration operation is welcome news to Republicans. NCGOP spokesperson Matt Mercer writing in a statement Monday, President Trump promised voters his administration would remove violent illegal criminals from our country, and he's following through and enforcing the law. For her part, Mayor Janet Cowell says her focus is on keeping Raleigh residents safe.
We didn't ask for this presence. We feel like the Raleigh, police, are doing a great job here locally. And
now, Governor Josh Stein did release his own statement here tonight. That statement reading in part, once again, I call on federal agents to target violent criminals, not neighbors walking down the street, going to church, or putting up Christmas decorations. Stop targeting people simply going about their lives because of their color of their skin, as you're doing in Charlotte. Now, tonight, we've also heard from the mayor of Durham as well, hearing about no Border Patrol operations there. We're, of course, going to continue to check in throughout tonight and into tomorrow as these operations are expected to get underway. In Raleigh, Eric Miller, WRAL News.
Tonight, lawmakers in Charlotte are reacting to what's happening in that city. Brian Schrader's in the WRAL Live Center, monitoring that part of the story for us. Brian?
Gerald, we also want to give you an update on some of the reaction in Charlotte, some of the effects of the Border Patrol operation in Charlotte. About 20,000 students stayed home today from Charlotte-Mecklenburg Public Schools. That's about 15% of all students. Some of the numbers, Eric touched on these a moment ago, more than 130 people arrested over the weekend in this operation, according to the Department of Homeland Security. 44 of those with a criminal record, but they did not specify if those were charges or convictions. Tonight, the Mecklenburg County Sheriff says that he's not sure when Border Patrol agents will leave Charlotte. And at a city council meeting earlier this afternoon, Councilmember James Mitchell Jr. says that has him concerned.
I just feel helpless. I wish we had more guidelines, more authority.
And now some reaction from Republicans locally in Charlotte. The chairman of the Mecklenburg County Republican Party says Border Patrol is in Charlotte for one reason: the need is real. He said, had Democrat leadership done a better job protecting the people in the city in the first place, would we be even having this conversation now?
Okay, thank you, Brian. New tonight, we talked to an immigration attorney at UNC about the rights business owners have when immigration officials enter their establishment.
So this can actually be a really confusing question for people, because in some cases, what the government is doing, what federal agents might be doing, is just asking, and the business owner might well be free to say, no thanks. I prefer that you not come in. You should just go on your way. In other cases, they might be saying we have the legal authority to enter whether or not you want us to come in or not. So I think that's the primary question that needs to be answered. And one way business owners can know is to ask that question.
We first alerted you about the situation as soon as we learned about it. People with our app got this alert. You can make sure you're not missing out on important updates by downloading the WRAL News app for free.